Hello class, this is Mr. Davison. I am creating this video and will be putting on the Google Classroom to as a reminder, a refresher of what we learned, and of course of a reminder of what to do for the assignment that's due tomorrow. So, uh, for those who are here today, and of course for those who weren't here, this will help you get caught up too. So forget that as well. Now, since we already read The Raven, now we're going to analyze the poetic elements in it, and we'll of course first learn how to find them, and then we'll discuss how they affect the poem, both terms of how it sounds, and of course how it creates a mood and atmosphere and evokes certain emotions within the reader intentionally. So briefly, I'll go over the three poetic elements we discovered or talked about, and then I'll go over the assignment and how you turn it in. So first off, rhyme. This one I'll go briefly over since I feel like this is the one most people are well aware of. Obviously, the last two words, two lines that sound similar. So line, pine, mine. You know, if these are the last words of three lines of the poem, you have a rhyme there. But one thing I want to really more focus on is eternal rhyming, because in Poe's poem here, The Raven, he uses a lot of internal rhyming, and so I think that would be a more that'll be a more fruitful approach to go forward, a more fruitful aspect to explore more, because I think that's something we're not too familiar with in poetry. And of course, I think it helps. I will discuss later how it actually helps reinforce the poem's atmosphere and its emotional effects. So yeah, eternal rhyme. If there's two rhyme words within the same line, that's eternal rhyme. So if there's line and pine in the same line, eternal rhyme. Of course, alliteration. So this is when there's a series of words that repeat the same beginning sound. Beginning sound. So let's look at this example here. A sneaky snake slipped past the snooty salesman. Now you see not all, but a lot of these words that you see underlined and bolded it has that S sound. So it's repeated, so it's alliteration. Assonance. So instead of the beginning sound, it's the vowel sound within the word. So a series of words that repeat the same vowel sound. Like here, mother was pleased by how neat and clean the bed sheet was. So they don't rhyme actually, and they don't start with the same beginning sound, but they have the same vowel sound, that E sound. So, of course, those are the three poetic elements we're going to discuss more in class tomorrow. But for the assignment for tonight, I would like you. So, I would hope that, of course, you remember your assigned stanza. If not, maybe ask your friends, other classmates on Google Classroom to see which stanza everybody else has. So maybe I'll help you, filter which one hasn't been taken. That would be yours, I imagine. Hopefully so. So the Raven assignment. It's a very simple assignment. Nothing to lose sleep over. For your stanza, you are to find and record at least two examples of an eternal rhyme, alliteration, or assonance in your stanza. Obviously, just two examples of any of those three elements. It could be two eternal rhymes, two alliterations, an assonance and alliteration, whatever combo. Just as long as you have two examples of poetic elements, the ones that we covered. So that there should be a pretty easy thing. Hopefully today's class and this video will help you find those examples more easily, I should say, more easily. So of course, create a very short, word file, I should say, not word, but word file. Just find your examples, put in, of course, your name and the classroom heading. Then, of course, name, classroom heading, your stanza, and then the two examples. That's it. Nothing too crazy. And you'll submit that to the assignment file or drop lists in the Classroom Google or Google Classroom. So I'll show that here quickly. And tomorrow, at least bring a paper copy. It could be written or typed, whatever you want, of your examples. Because so I would like to have everybody share their example Of course, if you're not comfortable, you can decline. That's all right. But I will at least want you to be prepared so that when I call on you, we can get each 2 examples from each stanza in the right order, from the second stanza to the last stanza. And because in class A, I gave an example how to do this with the first stanza for those who weren't there. In fact, I'll go over here to the poem on Poetry Foundation. Okay, once upon a midnight dreary, while I ponder weak and weary. All right, weary, dreary. See, into a rhyme. Yep, E, E. All right, let's see what else. Quaint, curious. All right, so that's an example of a alliteration. So already I found 2 examples. 2 words that are eternal rhymes and 2 words that are example alliteration. So I would write that in a Word document, and then I would go here to our, 9th grade American Literature class, Google Classroom. So go to classwork. I made the assignment here. Yep, you would go here. Well, of course, for the students here, yeah, for you guys, you would just click on this and then submit your file so that then I can properly grade it for completion. All right. I believe that's all there is to say for the assignment here and the lesson. So, yep, just like I said, review what these definitions are for the poetic elements. For your assignment, just find them in your stanza, record them in a Word file, put in the classroom drop list, or the assignment location. And then after that, just bring a copy tomorrow, and if you want to, be prepared to share your examples in class. All right, tomorrow we'll, of course, go over more of this, and then we'll explore how these elements, poetic elements, were used by Poe to create a certain mood in the poem, how sound affected the mood of the poem. So we'll explore that tomorrow. All right, if you have anything or any more questions, just